Welcome, everyone, to the Transform You Live show. That's the letter U. Have you ever scratched your head wondering what's scarier, seeing the TikTok dance that goes viral, or the Supreme Court threatened to ban the app altogether? I mean, just imagine a world without endless cat videos and impromptu dances. Today, we're diving deep into the TikTok turmoil, and much, much more.
And we'll be right back. Come with me, let's rap. Take a trip and we back. And we'll be right back. I stand for what you stand for. Hey, I get on the mic and I transform. Follow me on this world tour. The asteroid that you can't avoid. Follow me.
All right, folks, let's dive into our first topic, the Supreme Court's intriguing stance on the TikTok ban. Now, as you can see, for many of you using this app to showcase your brilliant dance moves or share those uplifting wellness tips, you might be biting your nails right now, okay? For concern here, it revolves around national security because of TikTok's ties to China. It's a nerve-wracking situation for millions of content creators, including myself, and influencers too, who rely on the platform for inspiration and connection. But you know what? Fear not, okay? Fear not. There's more to the story than just gloom and doom. Let's take a moment to explore how this impacts not only our online personas, but also our ability to adapt and grow. All right? So as you can see here, I got the article pulled up from the Washington Post. There's been other articles being shared around and around. But I want you guys to consider what the Bible teaches us about embracing change and perhaps viewing challenges as divine signals to venture into new paths. Just as Moses found new lands, maybe it's time for us to explore new digital landscapes where we can continue to spread positivity and creativity. It's not the end of the world, folks, in other words. Now, speaking of adaptability, let me share a little tech hiccup. It was a hiccup, of course, that happened to me. Just the other day, I experienced the oddest thing with my iPhone 14 Pro Max. Now, I had this device for a little while, and here it is right here. Okay? Still got it. And I'm considering the 16, but I still got this one. And it's always been smooth sailing with this device until this one fateful day when it decided to just go into blackout mode. And it was rendering the screen unusable for almost the entire day. I'm like, what the heck is going on? At first, I was freaking out. What the heck is going on? You wouldn't believe, thinking about all the emails I missed, the social media updates I couldn't check, and yes, even the celebrity feed I was secretly invested into. It got me spiraling around and worrying about missing calls from friends, family, and let's not forget, keeping an eye on the competition. But then I thought, perhaps, just perhaps, this was a heavenly hint that maybe, just maybe, I'm a tad too attached to my phone, and God just gave me this situation. And after 3 intense hours of pacing and pacing more and contemplating, I found peace. I found peace in embracing the unexpected break from the digital world. I managed to catch up on some tasks that I've been putting off for a long time. And I felt an overwhelming sense of gratitude for the tangible moments right from me. Just as I was settling into this newfound Zen mode, guess who comes along? My 9-year-old daughter. The savvy tech guru she is, she walks right in, grabbed my phone, this very phone right here, and she figured it out within seconds. Seconds. It was just the brightness turned all the way down. We both laughed so hard at that minor oversight. This little mishap was a blessing in disguise, if I must say. And it was reminding me that sometimes stepping back from technology can ground us and teach us all a valuable lesson in presence and gratitude. And speaking of insightful transformations, it's the perfect time to share an offer that's all about enriching your journey. Let me introduce to you guys the Transformation Collective. Now, the flu season confronts us with so many uncertainties. Embracing personal growth can truly bluster our holistic defenses. What I'm talking about? I'm talking about the Transformation Collective, and it's inviting you, yes, you, my friend, to dive into a faith-based approach to wellness and success with monthly memberships featuring holistic guides, ebooks, and webinars for just only $9.99 per month. Your journey toward resilience and personal transformation begins today. Don't miss out. Visit Transformation Collective to enhance your life now. The link is in the description. Now, moving on to our next topic, let's talk about the recent earthquakes that shook up San Francisco. Now, natural disasters like these are no joke, okay? They can throw our mental wellness for a loop faster than you can say triple. The ground beneath our feet is supposed to be solid. That's what I've been like thinking all my life, that it's supposed to be solid. But when it starts doing the cha-cha, it's understandably unsettled. But let's take this opportunity to focus on resilience for a second, okay? And I'm going to stop sharing my screen here. Because we must focus on resilience and the strength we find in community and faith, especially in times such as these, the palpable uncertainty. It's the stories of neighbors helping neighbors that remind us of the innate human spirit. And it's precisely these moments where our spiritual beliefs stand tall. For those of us who lean on faith, such events are a powerful reminder to trust in a higher plan and draw courage from our spiritual anchors. To keep grounded when the little ground isn't, spiritual practices like meditation, prayer, or simply sitting in contemplative silence can be incredibly calming. Imagine the peace of taking a moment to acknowledge fears and then release, trusting that you are held in the divine's embrace. Okay? These ancient practices provide us with a toolkit to adapt and thrive amid chaos. Now, as always, on to a lighter note, talking about stockpiling supplies for these shaking times, because we all know someone who kind of overdoes it on the canned beans, the pork and beans. Let's not forget those essential things that often fly underneath the radar. I mean, sure, we're all stacking bottled water like it's gold, right? But has anyone considered a solar-powered nightlight? Imagine the disco vibe of glowing tranquility radiating from your nightstand when the power's out. And speaking of preparation and adaptability, have I ever told you about how I once found myself instinctively gathering not just flashlights, but a year's supply of AAA batteries? Yeah, turns out I was a couple of D batteries short for all the gadgets I thought I would power. But hey, at least I was enthusiastic. There's these little bits of humor and relatable experiences that keep us all laughing through adversity. And it reminds us that it's okay to approach serious stuff with a ponderous mix of wisdom and lightheartedness. And as we speak of planning and readiness, let's transition into an important message from one of our sponsors, Southwest Rapid Rewards. Now, journeying beyond the surface of wellness, beyond strategic products and actionable health plans lies an opportunity for deeper connection to ourselves and others. Our memberships and rapid rewards from Southwest remind us to make the most of every situation as we pursue adventures and much needed healthcare essentials. Visit Rapid Rewards to explore your potential for wellness rewards today. I don't know, I sent you. Let's jump to our next topic, which take us straight to the heart of Los Angeles. And take a moment to like kind of at least show you one of these stories so you can reference back to, I always like to reference stories. Here's one right here from the LA Times, and you can also find on Yahoo News. The fire evacuation alerts are going haywire. What happens if LA residents ignore it? That's a very important question. Okay. Now, seeing that there was a catch to all of this, and these alerts rather went out like a blanket, causing panic and confusion citywide, only for residents to later discover they were experiencing a false alarm. Imagine the chaos. Just imagine it. It's a textbook case of misinformation gone wild, showing just how quickly things can spiral when wires get all crossed. Now, in the face of chaos, it's essential to harness the power of discernment and patience, virtues that are truly rooted in Christian teachings. Now, discernment allows us to separate fact from fiction, ensuring that we react to real threats and not ghosts of our imagination. Patience guides us through, providing the clarity needed to navigate misinformation with grace and composure. We could have used that like a couple months ago, but that's a different story. As part of the community, though, leaning on one another provides a stabilizing force during restless times. Our shared support, you know what it is? It's a reminder of our collective strength in overcoming challenges. Now, this tale of the wildfire alarms brings to mind my own misadventure with a false alarm, although mine was far more personal. Picture this. I'm at home just after a heated argument with a now ex-girlfriend when I started feeling lightheaded and out of sorts. All of a sudden, my body decides to stage a dramatic production. I slow motion collapse to the floor like I'm starring in a Hollywood disaster movie. Now, don't get me wrong, I have had panic attacks before. I know the drill. I know the drill. But something in me wanted to milk this scene for all it was worth. Perhaps fishing for a bit of sympathy. As I lay there, and I can recall this like it was yesterday, dramatically gasping and announcing my impending doom, my girlfriend at the time remained unimpressed. She's seen me handle panic attacks with like much less fanfare before. Okay. Despite knowing deep down that this might not be the apocalypse, I let myself sink into the drama, eyes all closed with full nothingness. When she called 911, they showed up only to confirm what they both already knew: a panic attack. My girlfriend at the time was not amused whatsoever. And she gave me the silent treatment for the rest of the day due to my theatrical false alarm. We often laugh about these things after the fact, but they serve as a reminder, and a very important reminder, to approach life's alarms with a balanced measure of seriousness and humor. And speaking of approaching life with keen insight and readiness, as we transition to our final segment, let's take it as an opportunity to reflect on these experiences and how they shape our understanding of life's true alarms. And to wrap up today's episode, what we'll do, we will share some words of wisdom and inspiration that tie all of these stories together with practical, faith based insights. So stay tuned for our closing thoughts on resilience and transformation. My people, my people. Now, sadly, but maybe not so sadly, as we reach the close of this episode, let's take a moment to reflect on the journey we have just embarked on today. From the courtroom drama surrounding TikTok to the unpredictable tremors beneath San Francisco, and even the technology bloopers of Los Angeles alerts. Each story in itself has highlighted one undeniable truth. the incredible power of faith and mental resilience. Now, these events remind us that life will always throw curveballs, but it's our response that determines our path forward. By grounding ourselves in spiritual practices, we anchor our mental wellness and faith, allowing us to remain adaptable and strong in the face of life's uncertainties. Whether it's by taking those few moments to breathe deeply during a panic, or reaching out to our community for support in the aftermath of chaos. These practices themselves empower us to thrive. Now, as a host, it's been an absolute joy bringing you these discussions to you, but I can't do it alone. I need your support. I need your support to continue this journey, to spread these messages of hope and resilience far and wide. If today's podcast at all resonated with you, I invite you to be a part of our mission. Share this episode with friends, family, and anyone who might benefit from a little inspiration. Your engagement is crucial. Whether it's commenting on this video and other videos, commenting on the audio podcast itself, participating in our community discussions, or simply promoting our content within your circles. Each action you take, no matter how small, makes a significant impact and helps keep this platform alive and thriving. Together, we can create a wave of positivity and transformation, touching lives with every episode. So follow along for future episodes. Share your insights and let's grow this community of faith and wellness advocates together. I thank you guys for being a part of the Transform You Live show. That's Transform the Letter U live show. Until next time, stay grounded, stay inspired, and above all else, stay resilient. Many blessings, peace, and lots of love. I'm out.
I stand for what you stand for. I'm at your door like the landlord. I can see the future, yeah, I fast forward. I get on the mic and I transform. Follow me, I'm in rare form. Follow me on this world tour. The asteroid that you can't avoid.